Hey guys, it's your best fight friends. That's Rachel. I'm Kelsey. We're backwards today. Listen, Khamzat Chimaev, he's got his next opponent lined up, Rachel, and it's Leon Rocky Edwards. That's an amazing fight.
And it's the main event for a fight night, December 19th is the plan.
Yeah.
Main event.
This dude came in the UFC just in the summer.
Chimaev is
had
really
3 fights in the UFC.
Come up. So I wanted to talk about that a little bit because Edwards is a ranked UFC fighter.
Number 3 ranked.
Now I'm not super familiar with
he hasn't fought
all
over
the weight
a year.
classes in the UFC.
With him.
So him being ranked number 3, you asked me about this in boxing, and I would really have a good grasp of what's going on here. But my initial thing is with Chimaev only having 3 fights in the UFC, I'm like, whoa! Because here's my fear. Want to hear my fear?
Yeah.
My fear,
real fear
is that when you have an exciting guy come up, and you're just like, well, yeah, let's put him in against somebody that is a ranked contender, that if he loses, then it kind of just pushes out all the steam and what's going on in his career. And that concerns me because I want to see them reach their potential. And I feel like if you put fighters in against too tough a competition too fast, then they may not reach their potential later on, which hurts me, the fan, because fighters reaching their potential is best.
My argument is that the UFC has pretty consistently done this, even with its biggest stars. So when they let Conor McGregor fight Nate Diaz at welterweight, he wasn't a welterweight, right? That was his first fight there, and he lost that fight. But the UFC does let people, if people want to test themselves and show that they might have the ability and might be superstars and might be able to pull it off, they'll put you in the fights to do it. And I like that because then we get to see really great fights. This is a great fight, and I think it is a super dangerous fight for Chimaev because it's a whole nother level of fighter that he's going up against. And not only does he only have 3 UFC fights under his belt that all happened just since the summer began, but he's only 9-0, right? His 9-0, he's fought a really solid level of opposition for a guy who hasn't had that many fights. He looks like he's a $1 million fighter, a superstar fighter. Well, we'll sure be able to tell that after he fights Leon Edwards, because Leon Edwards has won 8 straight since losing by decision to the now welterweight champ, Kamaru Usman. And Kamaru Usman is saying that he said that Edwards probably deserves next crack at the UFC title again, right? That's how good Edwards has looked. I'm excited about this fight. I'm intrigued about this fight. I don't know who wins this fight, but I'll tell you this. If Chimaev beats Edwards, and if he thumps Edwards the way he has everybody else, holy moly, move over Conor McGregor and move over Khabib Nurmagomedov and everybody else in the sport. There's a new star in town, and his name is either Hamza or Khamzat Chimaev.
Yeah, we appreciate the comments that left instructing us on how to pronounce his name, but there was some disagreement among people who commented if it was Khamzat or Hamzat. So, yeah, I still just have concern that it's too much too soon, and it just concerns me. And I'm not a fan of padding records and really taking things slow, but I do think that there is an art and a science to how we bring fighters up, and I want to be careful that's not too much too soon.
It's pretty rowdy. I'm really surprised that they've done this, but this is what they're doing. It's the last UFC card scheduled for the year, I think, December 19th, a main event fight.
Yeah,
that's a big fight. Chimaev
and the main event. Shouldn't the last card of the year be as crazy as 2020 has been? And so it's great for. It is great for fans. All else equal, it's always fun to have tough fights.
Both these guys wanted to fight guys that are ranked near the top of the sport, and neither one of them could get those fights. Now Chimaev, that makes sense with Chimaev. Chimaev is just on the scene, and he's annihilating people, but he's. Why would, Nate Diaz or whoever want to fight this guy?
Right.
There's no incentive. Edwards, on the other hand, he's won 8 straight fights. He's ranked number 3. He should have been able to get fights. He hasn't been able to get them, so some people aren't super thrilled that he has to fight Chimaev. But think about it this way. Maybe he doesn't have to do anything. Maybe this is best for him. He beats Chimaev. If he stops that hype train, that's a big deal, and he would definitely get whatever fights he wants after that, I think, including the title shot against Usman or whoever maybe would have beaten Usman by then, which I don't think is anybody. But hey, thanks for watching our show. I'm Kelsey. That's Rachel. This is Real Talk with Kelsey and Rachel. See how that works?